Hey, welcome back to another episode on the business series, lessons that I'm passing across what I've learned across last 10 years of doing different businesses and the mistakes that I've done, pitfalls that you should avoid. So today I just want to talk about actually just pitfalls that you should avoid when you're starting any business or running any business. Because I'm just going to tell stories of mistakes that I've done, and I think you should avoid them. Let me start a very funny story. When I was starting my first business, and basically I left employment and I was an employee working for a different company, and then they said, hey, I want to jump into the business world. The first thing that I did was actually get an office, buy brand new furniture, invest everything, top of the range furniture, thinking, that's the way to do business. In fact, that was the wrong way, because I spent quite a huge amount of money furnishing the office rather than actually spending that amount of money for operational or whatever the purposes that you require to actually get your business up and running. I thought maybe having a good office would actually bring business, which is wrong. And it takes me back to just looking at many founders who started different businesses. Most of them started in their garages. Apple, where garages, Steve Jobs, they started in their garage. I believe Amazon, if I'm not wrong, in their garage. Microsoft and so many others started in their garages. So that shows you that actually you could start your business. In fact, running your business from your car, running your business from your home office or your home, once you get that capital or money to run and operations to run your business, then you could reinvest that money to now either your office or grow your employees or whatever the case. The other pitfall that you should avoid when you're running your business is focusing on the wrong thing, focusing on your competitors instead of focusing on your customer. Here's a story that one friend of mine who runs a packaging printing company. So he told me of a story where at a certain point in time, he was facing a major price war between his competitors, right? So when he reduces his price, the competitor was reducing their price. So the price continued over a very long time. And at some point, the business almost collapsed because no one was making money at that time. And he told me, Alfred, one of the things that we do is we tend to put our ears and saying, what is my competitor pricing this product at? I should be pricing at this. Instead of actually focusing on your energy on the person who is buying your product. That is your customer. Yes, you can listen to your competitors, what they're doing. But at the end of the day, who is going to buy your product is your customer. And we tend to actually try to listen to what our competitors are doing instead of focusing on your customer. So one of the major pitfalls or you should avoid at all costs is focusing your energy on your competitors. Look at yourself, what value you're offering, how good you are, what is the best way to convince your customer to buy your product, even if it's at a premium price, right? Just always try to convince yourself that if you focus on your customer, at the end of the day, that's the person who is going to enable your business to grow, not your competitors. Again, the other pitfall that I have seen many companies or many startups rush to do is actually raising money or using debt to fund growth instead of organic growth. There's no problem with borrowing money or a loan, but for what purpose? Right? What purpose are you borrowing the money for? Are you able to grind it through, bootstrap your company, focus on organic growth, right? If you can avoid loans or if you can avoid debt and actually grow your company organically, it's something that will benefit you in the long term, especially now in this COVID era where the business uncertainties are so high. Can you imagine the hotels that came up in 2020 were built using loans and suddenly the business collapsed? I'm not saying loans were bad, but I'm just telling you the reality. Can you imagine any business or any person who took a loan to do certain things in their business and suddenly it's so difficult for them now? In fact, one of the advices someone told me is that if you can squeeze yourself in the beginning by reinvesting so much, almost 90% of what you're getting in your business to fund organic growth, it finally pays off. You may not even need to take that loan. So always be careful what you're doing in terms of when you're growing. Is it the right time? Is it the right reasons to take debt? Debt is not bad if done for the right reasons. For example, if you're trying to buy new machinery, yes, to double your capacity. If you cannot afford, maybe it's a huge capital outlay for sure, but do your mathematics right and also use worst case scenario when you're doing that. I will talk also from my experience, and this is very, very, what I've done is, I remember when I was doing a certain business, and this was basically trying to build an app in the health insurance industry. I focused on trying to get the product to be as perfect as possible within our mind. So trying to get all the features up and running. But that actually destroyed or killed, sort of launched, not destroyed, but it actually, you lost time. You should have taken your product to the market. Most of the time we try to perfect our product instead of taking a minimum viable product to the customer and then perfect it as you go. Remember, at that point in time, it's actually quantity over quality. Quality comes over time. It's just almost like YouTube. In the first videos that you will shoot, they are bad, to be honest. But over time, that 1% improvement, 10%, 2% improvement over time brings in quality. So never focus on quality in the beginning or perfecting a product in the beginning. Focus on customer acquisition, focusing on putting your product out there so that your customers actually can help you improve the product, and you will improve the product over time. So perfection actually kills your business. Never focus on perfection. Focus on quantity over quality, in my opinion, especially in the beginning. Finally, I have seen something very interesting, especially when a business is in the startup stage, and an idea is in the startup stage, it's a concept stage. People tend to guard the idea so much that, hey, someone will steal my idea, or this person will steal my idea. That's wrong. My belief is only one thing. When an idea originates in me or you, no one can really replicate the vision that you have on that idea. Even if I steal the concept, I don't have the roadmap, I don't have the passion, I don't have everything that you have. So in essence, no one can actually copy or steal your idea. So learn to share with friends. These days, in fact, when I want to start anything, the first thing I do is toss the idea, talk to hundreds of people and tell them, hey, this is what I'm thinking. What do you think about it? And I get different perspectives. Why? Because they're my potential customers. Because most of the time, if you try to hide your idea and execute it, probably you would be going in the wrong direction than what your customers would be thinking. Yeah, so always learn to share and get advice and tips from friends. Hey, there will be try to steal your idea. Even competitors will try to get your idea, but always give yourself the comfort that you can do it better. You have the vision, you have the passion. So always remember those things. Yeah. So if there's anything else that I've missed, I think those are the critical things that I thought about in terms of pitfalls that you should avoid when you're doing your startups. Let me know other pitfalls that you have come across when you're running a business. I'm happy to get your feedback and your comments and all that. I really appreciate your support. If there's anything else that, till then, see you next time. Cheers, bye.